Hello.
The bounce.
The bounce is indeed back.
The bounce is back
today.
Yes.
Do you know what? I've looked at our comments. People have started answering us. So I will ask you today.
Oh, yes. How are you? How are you?
Again, you know that I don't care. You know.
How are you guys? How's your family?
How was your weekend? Your night?
How was your night?
Have you eaten? Again, not that we care, but it's nice that some of you have started having the manners. Because before we'll just be asking, how are you? Nobody will answer.
Nobody will answer. No tweets will answer.
Nothing.
No comments on our
If it's to say
Instagram.
you didn't make the video long, you see them. They'll be there.
Anyway, Angela, you need to do this. You need to do that. Stop talking like this.
I just listened to the podcast and I just think that anyway, so thanks. I said okay, no problem.
But to answer our greeting, 0. Today we have a really special guest with us.
Starest girl.
Yeah, the starest of girls. Best in star. Best in star.
Best in galaxy.
Yes.
Oh God.
Guys.
Erica. Erica is with us.
Hey girl.
Do you want to say hello?
How you doing?
Hello, everybody.
First of all, can I say, you guys know that my jumpsuit problem is they've already used it to hook my whole destiny. But you see this very jumpsuit that she's wearing, she might not live with it.
We haven't been doing like hot topics in a while. So a lot of things have happened that we haven't had input on.
Yeah.
The first thing being that my potential boyfriend is out there.
Jollz.
Bill Gates is single. I'm a very likable person. I'm very likable. Like Erica, don't you think if he meets me, he'll be like, that's a nice girl. That's a nice
Exactly.
girl.
Bill Gates can do this kind of.
Do you know what I will inspire? Look at Windows. They've been, I know they're trying, but they need new young blood, new life.
Well, if he sees me, he'll like me before he'll like you,
Can you
Sha.
imagine?
So
Erica, please come and be going.
Some of you don't even know. I know how to approach this entire issue. See, the energy the two of you are bringing to the man is too.
It's too aggressive.
That's
Abi.
it. It's too aggressive because he knows that once he sees people like you now, he knows that you're after. Can I just meet him? I say, oh, sorry. What did you say your name is?
You're after
Bill?
his mental
No,
health.
I said Bill what? Sorry.
Bill, what?
Sounds
Oh,
familiar.
you just act like you don't even know
Super
him.
familiar. I
You drop
feel
his
like-
ego a bit.
Where did you say you worked together?
Exactly.
Is that you Apple? Is that IBM?
Oh,
Microsoft, all right, yeah. I do have some of your products.
Judy, how have you been?
I've not had time to even know how I've been. That's the thing. So, because every day I'm like a robot. Every day, wake up, walk, come back. The only time I get to even have to myself is when I'm about to sleep. That's it. So
We know. We checked your Instagram. One sponsored post.
Girl,
there's no personal post.
Sorry, she said it as if it's a complaint.
who's complaining? Check my Instagram. All sorts of nonsense posts. They're there.
A wedding post.
What have I gained? Nothing. Yeah, my friends are saying, "Oh my gosh, babes, and so."
Oh my God, after you now,
Exactly.
Then they'll
no,
put like 5 smileys, and so.
no, that is your own we like.
Yes, smile
Well
to
done.
the bank.
But you haven't been able to catch a break for a while.
Yes, I haven't been, but
But this is what you dreamed about now. This is
Yes.
what you wanted.
No,
I
I dreamt about balance.
Is this how?
I
Is this
dreamt
what you
no,
dreamt
I dreamt
about? I was
about-
about to say something else.
I dreamt about having a lot of work, but having time to chill and enjoy the. I feel like right now I feel like I'm just working.
Yeah.
Even if I'm getting the money, but I'm not spending the money. So
Bring it.
no, there's not. I want to
there's no
spend the
problem.
money.
We will help you.
I want to spend the money, but there's no time to spend the money. So, like, I'm like, what am I working for?
Yeah.
So I need to actually take this break by force. I don't care if anybody should complain. I will take the break and start spending money on myself.
I
Yes.
think you need to, girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
give us a bit of attention.
Yeah.
Go
Relax.
somewhere. Let the pictures go. And let
Actually,
the whole internet
I want
scatter.
to. I
Yeah,
want
so that's the
to.
kind of violence I love.
Have you started planning the holiday in your mind?
There's no time to plan it. That's it.
Okay, do you know what? The Faye Kemi, this is me and Faye Kemi's hobby.
Mm.
Holiday we won't go for.
We love her.
Oh,
We
you
love
guys
her.
actually. Okay,
girl.
perfect. Please, I need you guys.
Just tell me what
Are you a beach type of babe, or do you
Okay,
like?
let's do that.
beach, yeah.
So do you want like a beach vibe or like a city?
Oh, there's some cities that
I
do
want both. I want both because
Yes,
I want to.
Portugal.
City is only for shopping. Then beach is like proper vacation.
Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want like a wait? No. We're waiting it down. Do you like Europe or like
I
America?
love-
Or you
I
want
love
to throw
Europe.
it out
I
in
love
Asia?
Europe.
Europe.
Yes.
Europe. Okay.
But right now, visa, I don't know how they're doing it because
A
of
whole star girl.
No,
No, they'll do
COVID
it
now.
now. Yeah,
This all.
I saw you
like,
get there. They're still. What kind of stupid question are you? Do you know who I am? Elite just be outside
When they deport
campaigning.
you, phone your to pick you. You, her, and the person that you were to
we
be.
put it down. You want a European.
So we're doing European beach holiday that also has shopping. I have it. Barcelona.
Barcelona.
That's perfect.
Because in Barcelona, you can give them a bit of beach today, a bit of a city girl tomorrow, a bit of shopping here and there. That's it, Barcelona.
If the world was still the way it was, and I said,
I feel like people can go to Spain.
Rio would have been good.
I don't know. I will have to find out if you're mistaken.
Barcelona, and
Barcelona is perfect.
I can hook it up for you.
Yeah, Barcelona is really, really good.
The plans on Barcelona is wonderful.
Food is amazing. The beach is amazing.
Yeah.
Back when I was still into enjoyment. When my funds were buoyant, they were bouncing above the water. Now the water has indeed passed the Gary. But when the funds were above the water, we were going to Barcelona. Unfortunately, those are memories now. I send you my pics. That was on my own Instagram.
You can pattern your
That was on my own Instagram now.
Memories.
Take me back.
Take me back. All right, so recently you've been able to do quite a number, because you've been working a lot, but the way film in particular works is sometimes you've forgotten about the project by the time it comes out. Like, you've done your own parts, scenes, and
because you've shot other movies after it, sometimes it's even difficult for me to remember the name of my character.
You shouldn't say that.
Because when you're doing other work back to back now, you're so into the new character that you've forgotten the other one. So it's still professional.
Did you always want to act?
Oh yes. I've always loved it. Always enjoyed it. Yeah, I like becoming other people out of curiosity.
Interesting.
Yes.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about vulnerability.
We are. We had a topic written down called Much Ado
about vulnerability.
That is going to be our topic of the
And we
day.
thought you would be a good person to discuss it with. Because part of why people liked you was the fact that
you said liked. Why that?
Liked.
Why
they love me?
Don't be why this. Part of why people love you is when they were introduced to you on a large platform.
Yeah.
You are very open. I don't like the word. Like, I wrote much about vulnerability, but I find that people misuse the word a lot. But you aren't afraid to be who you are.
I think they don't know the dictionary meaning. How? What are you saying about our listeners? They don't have sense.
I'm saying, I'm saying that when people use vulnerable as like a catch-all phrase.
Yeah.
It doesn't often mean, people use it like in place of other words. She showed deep vulnerabilities. Like, no, all she did was shout. That's not what being vulnerable is. Or losing your temper. Like, that's not what vulnerability is. Yeah. Vulnerability is not being afraid to show what's considered the softer side of you. Which in our society isn't the best bet. Mostly because people just assume if you show a softer side of you, that means you've written mumu.
Yeah, they look at you as weak and people can just...
But I know you said in the past that it wasn't like a tactic or anything. But was there any point where you were ever anxious about having to play your cards close to your chest and like not allowing people see that they upset you easily, or not being vulnerable about you liking someone or you not liking someone or you not wanting to do something? Because everybody just like, Big Brother is the biggest platform.
Yeah.
Period. Like, it doesn't matter what you want to do. Even if you want to sell Ogi, go there first.
That Ogi will sell.
That Ogi will move. But I'm wondering if like there was ever a point where you felt like maybe it's not in my best interest to let people know how they can get to me.
Come out. Because for me it was, I didn't watch the season on TV. I watched the season on the timeline. So for me there were a very interesting thing happening, because I watched the actual clip, so then I watched the mass reactions of everything that was happening this day. So it was almost like watching two parallel. There was the show of the viewers and the rubbish they were doing on their own. Then there was like what was happening in the actual show. But for me, it's very interesting because like my friends and I talk about this idea of vulnerability a lot. I have one friend that her whole life story is about preaching that vulnerability is power, this one, that one, that one. So I watch all these TED Talks. All this Brené Brown where they've said it. And for me, I was just wondering, like, when you are, because normally when people are vulnerable in life, like if, you're going through something, or if, for example, you like somebody, something like that, nobody gets to watch that process play out publicly. So you are being vulnerable, but it's
a private vulnerability.
It's a private vulnerability that you have. My own thing on top of that is like when you're now playing out publicly, but are you aware that, okay, I'm playing top popular? Is it just a case of this is who I am and
it's just who I am? And it's not every time. It's not even easy to be constantly conscious of cameras every time. Like, obviously, cameras are there, but you can't be acting or trying to be on your best behavior every single time. It's very stressful. And then you can do it for like first 2-3 weeks. At some point, you just get tired of it. So people just, at least some people changed now. Some people, me, I was just the same. This is how I am. I just show myself the way it is, even though sometimes I know it's not in my best interest. In my mind, some of the times where I just felt like, I shouldn't have shown this person this side of me, or I shouldn't have. I just console myself with like, we'll soon get out of here. Yeah.
Like everyone will be okay.
Exactly. When we get out of here, I don't get to see you as much, so you won't get to see me so vulnerable. Anyway, I protect myself in the real world. In that world, it was more like a prison. There was no...
You can't come out.
Yeah, you can't. If someone upsets you, you can't just walk out.
You can't
you have to live with the person. Yes, you have to live with the person. Sometimes if you're playing games, you have to be paired with the person also. Or what was I even saying? Sometimes if you're upset, or maybe if you're maybe fighting with your boyfriend or something, you can use music or a movie or something
you
to just
go out
distract
with your friends,
yourself.
You distract yourself. You can go.
Yes,
my dear, fuck off. I'm out.
Yes. Before you don't want to say it, just carry your bag and go.
But so you have to live with the person.
Yeah, you have to see their face all over the garden.
Like, okay, if for instance now we're living in the same house, at least there's still Netflix I can use to distract myself.
You close your door.
There was nothing like that. Yes, the only thing I was like table tennis and and what? And so that's the thing. We just had to be like, at least I did everything I did as a coping mechanism just to make myself happy. And that was just myself. Because there was nothing else I could use to hide parts of myself. Yeah.
Now that you are like you're out in the world normally.
Yeah.
Do you find that people think they know you?
Oh, of course, every time.
Yes.
Like they know you well.
Yes.
Because they want you. Because that must be a weird, like, Truman Show effect where people are like, no, I know you. I was watching you every day for all these, all these weeks. How is that like? How does that play out?
Like, what does that look like? And then what's your... Like, how do you react to it? Because you also don't want to hurt people's feelings, but you also don't want people getting too familiar.
Yes. So I'm just like, okay, you don't really know. Even if you watch me for 2 months of your life, that 2 months is not what makes me me. No, like there's still other years, different things have happened that makes me me. So you only know a little. And even as you're watching that, you know that sometimes they will show what's going on with other people.
Yeah.
They're not showing everything about me. So there's so many things that you still don't know about me. That's it. And I heard that at some point, the camera was not really on me all the time. I think in the beginning, it wasn't really. So you didn't see full 2 months of my life to even say you know me. You feel you know me. You know some things about me. That's it.
Must
so I just...
Okay, I have a question on the back of that because let me tell you something. I've seen stands there.
Yeah.
But your best in stand.
No.
Best in...
They're the scariest. I'm not going to lie to you. There are 3. No, actually, in Nigeria, they're elites. Then there are Hive members. I'm
a member of the Hive, so I
then
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj stands.
Have
those ones before?
Those ones
they are a gang.
No, they're a gang.
They are an online gang.
Those ones they've left stan.
Yes.
They've left stan to become an army.
Yeah, the Barbs are an army.
You know, the Hive,
like Rihanna fans.
we move in. It depends. If you don't do anything wrong, nobody disturbs you. Our main focus is that Beyonce that we're looking at. It's only when you come out of your way, then the Hive goes after you. But I wonder, like, so obviously it's you now, and these are people who like just absolutely. So there must be a range, but let's just say most of them just really like you and love you and have the best of intentions. Obviously, you have people who are obsessed. You have people who are but for the most part, it's just this whole group of people who are just like, you know what, we really, really like this babe. Like, how is that from your end looking like that? Like, is it wonderful? Is it scary?
It's
Is it
scary.
wild?
It's very scary. And sometimes I don't understand it. But when I watch Beyonce and I start acting like an elite, the way an elite will act towards me, I'm like, okay, I understand now. I understand. Because, like, when I first came out of the house and I went on Instagram and I saw Beyonce's pictures and everything, I'm like, oh my God, I missed you so much. Like, I was actually missing Beyonce. So I'm like, okay, if people react this way to me, I understand because I am also a fangirl for someone else too. So at first it was very scary. And sometimes it's still scary. I'm just like, how? Why? What did I do that is making people even like me like this? I don't know. But like I'm getting used to it and
it's sweet now. It's sweet.
It's sweet.
I'm getting used to. How would you get used to? How would you get used to?
It's sweet.
It's very sweet.
It's sweet. And your fans are like supportive as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the really like nice.
Like they actually support.
They move based on that. They're like, oh, Erica is doing this. Let's watch it. Let's buy it. Let's support her. Let's encourage her. And
that must be lovely to see.
That's just nice to
that
see.
you know that look, if you do something, there are people who very much like
in your corner.
Yeah, they're in your corner.
They just want to see me win.
This one, she can never say anything good. Nothing good.
Oh my God, you guys!
She can never.
Tom and Jerry.
Fekemi can never see Jola doing something and say, "Well done." That's a nice one.
Did she read the script?
This is a bloody.
How can she read?
Okay. This is a
so
bloody.
Are you going to watch it?
No, do you know what?
Our stuff.
Let me know, like every single thing I do. Fekemi watches every single
all the bloody things that they put her name there on the TV. I've seen it.
So yes, she's sweet, supportive.
Thank you.
She must insult me first.
She must insult me first. I think it's just character building. Do you know what I mean?
Character building.
You want to keep things on her toes. I don't want her to ever believe that. Oh, okay, no. You have to. You never know what's going to happen.
Get out.
I support her. You have so much goodwill, so many fans, so much support. Do you feel pressure, not even to perform, to like live up to? I don't know. Is there like a do you feel you owe them anything?
I try not to, because in fact, fans or not fans, a lot of people who are not fans make me feel like I owe my fans my whole life. They did this for you, they did that, and I'm a leech, or that they've done so much for me and all I do is take. I try not to think of it that way because I know that it's not the truth. It's not the truth. I don't feel like I owe anybody. I owe God, because I feel like God is the one answering my prayers, and he could have used any human being. If he wanted to use you and you say no, he would have used another person.
Yeah.
That's just it. And feeling the need to live up to expectation. It's my own expectations. Everything I'm doing because I wanted to do this thing, and it fits into my 5-10 year goal, whatever. So that's it. It's everything I do fits into my goals.
You have 5-year plans that you're like working.
Of course, 10 years, 20, everything. I'm very.
I'm just living on vibes.
Yeah, it's a lie.
No, I absolutely promise you. I can't remember.
But we had plans before.
We do. In case of blowing, I can have a plan with you. But I'm just saying personally.
Yeah, just
my own 5-year plan. There's no.
Just not to die, Sha.
Do you get it? Like, obviously, there's like an expectation of moving forward, but this year I didn't do it anymore. So I find it very interesting. I like that.
Yeah, but for me, it's usually like at the end of the year, I'll be like, okay, by this time next year, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be.
I think of that.
What?
And I compare, like maybe at December, I compare. Like, okay, this year, this time last year, how was I?
Yeah.
Have I moved forward? Yeah, and I'm very hard on myself. I push.
Let me ask you about friendships. I mean, you haven't had time, like you said.
Yeah.
And I personally think that's a good thing. It's very nice to be able to leverage off of a platform and build like a foundation really quickly, although it's stressful. But I want to ask you about just stuff outside of being an actress and being an influencer and being like a personality. So like, how is your relationship with your parents, with your friends from outside the house and stuff? Because you spoke a lot about your mom and how you guys weren't like the closest, but like she would do anything for you.
Yeah.
She did her best for you.
Exactly.
And she worked really hard for you. Like, I know that. I mean, I know maybe I can't imagine what it's like to have this huge and have very aggressive fans. And I don't mean aggressive in a bad way. Just like if you shout Erica into the void,
they'll answer you.
They'll come and what happened? what are you looking for us?
I love them.
I wanted to ask kind of like managing those other like relationships that are outside your personal relationships outside of that. Like, what has that process been like? Even though you haven't had time, you can't.
Yeah,
how has it changed?
Okay,
all of that.
It's still the same. The way how close I was with my parents is still the same. It's still exactly the same. But now, because I don't have as much time, I don't get to communicate with my mom as much as. But we have seen more since I've been out of the baby house. Before, we didn't see like as often.
Yeah.
Or she's been around. So I think that has been able to balance the times that I go without calling her. My friends. So Erica used to be each other's wing woman, or like we used to go out a lot. In fact, every restaurant in Lagos we've done everything, but now we don't do that anymore because if I go anywhere now, so I can't even like have dinner or just go to a restaurant. So I don't have a social life anymore. But like at least we see indoors, and then maybe events will go together.
So can see what friends do.
Actually, I go out.
They go out with each other.
I saw Erica at your restaurant.
I know.
Exactly.
I exactly what she's saying on that day, because that day we were at someone's birthday and somebody went to meet her and please can you come and say happy birthday? I was just looking at her like this poor girl is just eating lunch.
That day I actually went there to interview someone.
Oh, okay.
So I went there to interview. I went there because I thought, okay, it's quiet. It's not late enough for people to be around. But I finished the interview late. Then I was leaving. Then
someone just said,
Erica, hi, come.
Someone just said, don't look. That's
that was so funny.
I said, don't look. Don't turn your head. Don't turn your head. It's on the left. I said, where? They said 9 o'clock. You said 9 o'clock.
Oh,
what are you talking about? I didn't know that. Since she's sitting there, so okay, now that you've looked. And I told us, please don't disturb this.
So why wasn't I at this thing?
Do you know what I mean? It's just, I have a multitude of social circles. Do you know what I mean? I'm out there.
We'll discuss after the podcast. I don't want us to have family problem in public.
Oh my God.
We'll discuss after the podcast. Don't worry.
So you have other friends.
If I ask Jollz to come out, she won't come.
But you ask. First, let me say no. That's the point.
Exactly.
The point is that you
I've seen Jollz, I beg her, she should not go home.
Ask me first. Then I can say no. Not that you will take it into your own hands and go out and meet. I'll be looking at you on social media.
Look at this bastard.
The last time I went with Jollz, we went to the place in the same car. Jollz left with somebody else.
Don't mind, there's our friend that she will say it as if it's a man that it's our other friend that dropped me at home. I went to do more than myself. I got home, I was rolling on the floor. I could not follow them.
Jollz went to eat what they didn't ask her.
I got home, I was looking up, looking down, lying down inside. I said, how can I follow you?
Okay.
Leave me.
Anyway. So that's interesting. How is not having a social life?
Well,
because you like
yes,
I
enjoy going out a lot. But as I said, I've not had time to even process.
And it's good.
It's good.
You know why I'm laughing?
You know why?
Yeah.
The last time I saw Erica was on set. She looked. I said hello. Hi. I remember I was thinking, in the house, I'm an actress. Erica the star. Erica the act now. Erica looked exhausted. And everyone on set was really patient because they knew like she had been working back to back.
I had come from 2 other sets, and apart from the time, normally when I accept jobs, I usually space it.
Like we are from the
you know how it is. Even if you space it, they will not finish on time. You still have to go back and finish.
Set days are really long.
Exactly, and even after the other set, the second set, I was supposed to rest, but they just called me, Erica, you have to do so. You have to do this shoot. You have to do this photo. You have to do a TV commercial, you have to do another TV commercial. I'm like, can't you guys move it to another? They're like, no, you're going to be shooting for this long. Then, so I just said, let me just do it and get started. Well, so I couldn't rest. And then I was sick. I was taking injections every day and coming to set. So that's why I was looking almost dead. There was a time, like, when I just finished university, I had to put my relationship life out there. So I was kind of like popular in school. So everybody wanted to know, okay, is she with this boy? And then when we broke up, it was very public, and I even left Twitter. I left Twitter. So I said, nobody will ever know I'm going to date again. Never. And I've had relationships since, at least that was youth service days, and nobody knew. I didn't post anything. And I was always like, when I blow now, I don't want anybody to come and say, I should date Erica. So I've always been careful. I already knew that I'm going to be a celeb one day, so I was always very private about.
Already had it in mind.
Yes.
How you run them now?
So I already had it in mind. Well, I've been able to do that at least once or twice this year, and we'll probably just call in advance and clear the restaurant or something.
Hey!
Ha! Hey God!
That's first of all, you know that they're going to. First of all, they're going to restaurant, not Booker.
No, because in the canteen,
in the canteen, nobody's clearing anything for you.
Shit for you.
Do you go to canteen?
I do now.
I went. Jalala took me to canteen.
To be frank, too fresh for canteen.
To be frank,
Me, I go. Nice food.
now,
Dependable food.
now, do you know what you've said? Is a very important. You see, that is what I like. That's what they call ingenuity, innovation. They have to clear. We have to go out to eat, so they have to clear the restaurant.
Nobody's
Simple math. Simple math. No. The other day they cleared. It wasn't the whole restaurant, but a private room. They actually cleared.
Okay,
it.
fair.
There were 50 tables there.
So they have to have 50 is private.
Just 3 tables. They cleared.
So they cleared the room.
Okay.
No, there was just a one man sitting there.
You don't need to stand up.
So that's it. It's the same.
Okay, so you have to be like a bit more like deliberate.
Well, I have been that way since. The only reason why anybody even knew who I was involved with is because people had to watch it.
Yeah, you're right.
If nobody had to watch it, nobody would have even known both of us together.
Yeah.
That's it. When I came out, I was kind of.
How has that changed? Like men approaching all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people are intimidated, so I don't get toasters anymore.
That's such a funny dynamic because, like, I'm not thinking.
They're not.
That
one is not new. Not thinking.
Now that you all want, this is not the time that you said.
Oh my toasters, I miss you. Come back. Even if I might not even feel like dating, I just like the attention. You know,
I love honesty.
That's it.
I love honesty.
To be honest,
the attention
yeah.
is nice.
Even if I'm married, I still want the attention. Yeah. I know. It's not like I don't want to date you. I just want you to toast me. That's
You know why I'm laughing? I went out with a few friends on Saturday.
Okay,
Saturday
where was
morning.
Yeah.
Shut up your mouth.
Okay.
On Saturday morning. I don't want to say where you are. Think about where you are.
Okay, fine.
Yes. Hey.
But did she invite you?
No, I didn't. She was going through a lot. I couldn't invite her. But so there are 2 women.
Yeah.
Of the 2 of the group that we were in, 2 of them are married and have kids. And then this guy comes over and says, "Oh, you're so beautiful." The 2 of them were smiling. They were so happy. One said, "When I get to my husband," I told him, "I'm still hot." I said it. It was so funny. She said, "I said it." I said, "I'm still a beautiful woman." I said it was so funny.
Yes.
And I imagine that because obviously, like flattery is like attention is probably like guys just feel super intimidated. And
no, but when I go out, it's just fans, which is good. I'm happy that I have fans, but sometimes I just want people. Nobody approaches me. The guys who approach me like, "Oh, okay, you're Erica, right? Ah, okay." They start talking about Big Brother and
like, "Oh God, that's not what I'm here for." Please.
And at the end of the day, can we take a selfie? I'm like, get out.
So you guys heard it here. Erica is
heard it here
looking for
first. But you know the thing,
I don't want to date you. I just want the attention. That's
because like I have a little friend who is like fairly popular. She says the same thing. I'm always like, I think you're full of shit. Like I never believe her. She's like, I promise you, they are not like they're commenting. The way you think men are toasting me, they are absolutely not. Just because. And the thing is, I know guys are obsessed with her. When you ask them, they're like, I'm sure she has 2 million. Not even a boyfriend. They're like, I'm sure
she has plenty
all
of
the guys that she has so many hoes. I'm like, so this is a chicken and egg problem. You are here thinking that everybody's going for.
Fake, we have a new
Nobody
app.
is now going for
our
her.
app. New app.
Date Erica.
Date Eric. No.
Dating sites for celebs.
Yeah.
Celebrity dating.
Influencers. It'll be by tier.
Celebrity dating.
God.
We'll be ranking
it. And then green light, red light, yellow light.
We'll do a screening of the people that are allowed.
The people who can apply.
Because anybody that's too washed.
Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos.
On a single rich man currently.
Yes.
And then, but anybody that's too washed, I don't like that energy. I don't like anybody that has a chaotic energy. They have to be out. Just people that, balance. Let's talk about coins. Because
literally
let's tell you where you are inside your bag.
Yes.
You've won the bag. Because and it is a wonderful bag.
I love it.
Yes.
It's a diverse bag. Now, like how you look at like money and all of that, has it changed?
Yeah. Okay, before I was always worried about if I buy this now, I have to now.
Don't worry, we know that one very well.
No, we know it.
You don't have to explain.
No,
that one was familiar.
Second one you say and I'll say
So right now, obviously, because you're a celebrity, as you earn more, the expenses are still plenty. So
your burn rate high. By burn rate, I mean like 4 years.
It's very high. It was very high. So of course, as I'm getting it, I'm spending it. So I have to be careful. So how I look at money in a more careful way, so that I will not ever find myself back to like how I was before.
So like you don't lose.
So I look at investments more. I never really used to look at. It used to be wishful thinking before that. Okay, when I have money, I'll invest in this. But okay, now I do. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just
are you doing so do you do your own investments or do you have someone managing all of that for you?
My own investments. Yeah.
Do you buy crypto?
No. Well, I have from Big Brother. That's Patricia. This thing that they give us. My own is still there, but I can't access it. That's actually gone. Oh.
You have to go and check my desk so that you can be tweeting to the moon.
Yeah, but I don't know how to even access it.
I don't even know what's happening with the whole thing.
I told my brother, he understands crypto quite well. He's interested. So he was trying to get me and my parents into crypto. My dad said, but this thing, what is it exactly? My brother tried to explain it to him. I said, okay. I said, but who made it?
Exactly.
Where is their office?
Even me, I don't understand
it. Where is their office? The poor boy, but because he's our middle child, he's very patient.
Yeah.
So he was still trying to explain. I almost said, because if Stanbic should try anything, I'll go and hold them in the office.
Yes.
That my money vomited. My daddy said, do you see my issue with this thing really is? I've read about it and I understand it as holding value, but as a medium of exchange because my dad is an account. He works in finance. So he was using all these big ink. My brother was just looking at him. And I said, and my biggest issue is when the thing crashes, all of us just be saying crash, 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 crash. We'll not have anybody to hold.
Actually,
all of us just be there. My mom was not saying in Yoruba that all of us will be knocking our computer. Where's my money? Release my money. My brother was like, okay, do you know what, guys? I think this isn't really working. Thank you so much. Because my brother was just trying to explain that at least just even if it's a little, as much as you can afford to lose. But I said, I have no interest in putting in things I don't understand. Yeah. Look at this now. What if something happens tomorrow and all the money is locked up? Yeah. The money is locked up. No, my brother was just like, God. I don't actually understand cryptocurrency.
Yes, I don't understand it.
And I would like to, so that if anything, because I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Yeah.
But how and why I can't tell you. But I just
it's a lot of FOMO because I just feel like money is like there's money to be made. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then I've also started to realize that actually what I need to. People who can afford to be losing in crypto are people who they already have, as in that money that they put there is what they call spare cash. Someone will just say, oh, if you just have an extra, $500, just buy. I said, spare, Abby. The money is not, it doesn't have anything doing. It's less. Yeah. The money is less busy.
Money is less busy.
I said, at the current in my account now, all the money is active.
It's very busy.
In fact, all the money they don't normally sleep in my account. They have things doing.
Hard-working money.
They're going to work, they're coming back. None of my body, you know that kind of thing where you're walking since you sleep in at 6 a.m. If I see any of my body just wake up, my friend, stand up. So I don't have any spare But yeah, it's interesting that you're doing your own. I always feel like if
happen. People
I feel like if I make it and start messaging her, Erica, I do management.
Personal finance.
I do investment.
I do investment.
Trading. This one. Please leave it. But it's interesting because I always think that if I make a bit of money,
I'm fine.
I would have to find someone else to manage it.
But then Erica also has in terms of negotiating and all that, Erica has a management team as well, so that makes the process easier. Because then I can't imagine how difficult it would be to be haggling on each and every deal.
I can't do that. Yes.
Are you very, very involved with your team and what they take, or do you have more of a thing of okay, you guys?
No.
Bring it to me, then I'll decide. But you people go and.
Or do you tell them these are the kind of things I'm looking for? Go and look for it.
Yeah. Okay, so they bring it, and if I'm feeling it, I'm like, okay, no problem. Yeah. But if I'm not really feeling it, I'm like, no, I don't want. Or tell them to increase their money, maybe. Yeah, that's it. So sometimes it's the money that can make me not decide to do it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, enough. I like
but
that.
They're the ones involved in talking. I'm not allowed to talk to clients directly.
It's better.
Yes,
it's better. But I'm happy that you kind of have a handle. You have a handle on your finances. Are you ever concerned about getting tagged like greedy or? Because when you start out in becoming an actress, that's a very big thing. Money, right?
Yes.
You're so anxious because you want jobs
and because the source of income is not constant, it's not stable.
Yeah. So were you ever, maybe even earlier when you first came out? Because I think maybe when you first come out, you're still a bit naive. Your team will mention some numbers and you might not even feel that confident, but they're like, don't worry, we'll get it. Were you ever worried that you price yourself out of the market in that you call numbers and then it becomes a thing like I don't even bother calling Erica.
Yeah, she's too expensive.
Yeah, well, okay. I started doing that. I accepted the things that I wanted to accept, that I really wanted to be part of them. And the money was good, it was reasonable. Then I started doing that when I felt like, okay, I already have enough. So if anyone is coming now,
you have to make
better.
Yeah, because you work better than what
right now. My workload is high, and if you're coming now, you better give me something that will make it worthwhile. That's it. So I set a high price because I feel like if they come, they don't come, no problem.
Yeah.
But the work right now is a lot. So for me to add
they also know what they're coming for, so you will pay.
Yes,
that's it.
That's it.
Excellent.
I used to work with Travel Better as an influencer, so I used to travel a lot before COVID.
Girl, that is what I need to do. Let's take up this job.
Let's check up. I think
let's send them our CV.
I think we will.
You guys
we don't need visa.
Yeah, I'm into traveling. I get passports. I'm okay.
I'm very jealous.
We don't need visa. Don't worry. Anyway, want to send them.
See, whoever wants me to be traveling up and down, anything you want me to record, I'll do that. That's what I need. It'll be a lot of fun, especially this summer.
But if they give only you and they don't give me, I'll ruin that trip. I'm telling you, to God, I'll say I'll be calling airports. She has COVID.
Oh God!
Yeah, shuku. Do you know what shuku is? They call it ponytail in your language. She's probably wearing a jumpsuit. You've seen her. She will lie. Just take her to one side. Thank you. Me, I will scatter that holiday for you. You come back and you come and fight me. I don't mind, but that you leave me here, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Yes, fit each other perfectly.
Forward in life.
I say it's not possible. Both of us together will be frustrated.
And I said we should send our CV to all these travel
when you're ready.
Let them start flying. Let them start. Yeah, I just want to be flying out. That's what I want to do. I want people to be specifically to be paid to fly out.
Yeah,
that's what I want to be.
They paid you.
That time I wasn't blown enough, so the trip was the payment.
But you like traveling?
Yes, I loved the opportunity. I was so happy. Yeah, so sometimes oh my God, there was a time I went to Greece, and that was also one of the Travel Better trips. I went to Greece because obviously they sponsored it. I did not have money personally. I bought Indomie from one of their supermarkets. I came back to my hotel room. I put it inside the kettle.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is coming out investing life now. We used to be cooking them inside kettle. I didn't have money to go and buy dinner.
You know what was killing me? Because you would have stepped out. Those pictures you would have taken.
Of course, I took my picture. Nobody would have known that I was eating indomie. Oh my god. Demola is my best friend, and he always used to threaten to expose. Demola, you see, I beat you to it.
I beg.
You don't have anything to hold over my head.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Oh my god.
But that pictures, nobody will know.
Nobody. Sometimes you were in Greece.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's Greek indomie.
Exactly. It's not
That's what they call noodles. Ramen. That's why I say, what do you have as a ramen?
Ramen.
Yeah, ramen.
When I say you didn't take pictures of the restaurant, I was busy.
I was at the
busy, so,
site.
like,
You know what I mean? I didn't have time.
Yeah,
We had really good food, but you
enjoy the experience.
you had street food. Yeah. You were eating with the local culture.
So then I didn't film the content because sometimes it's not about showing how much you're enjoying. It's about being in the moment, living in it, you know. Yeah. Exactly.
I'll tell you, BS is wonderful. You're just saying, sometimes it's not all about having your phone out. It's just about being present. Like soaking in the time.
Exactly.
Like I don't want to experience Greece on my phone.
Yeah. I want to close my eyes and remember. Yeah.
See them.
I know that you're boiling indomie somewhere.
Oh my god.
Anyway, having said that to travel companies, me, I don't mind though. I don't even mind. I wouldn't film it. I don't mind. I won't eat indomie.
Fake you lie lots.
I won't eat it, but I don't mind.
I can't go on a trip with Fake she doesn't have money. That would be the worst trip. Fake will be complaining.
What do you mean? I will never complain.
Fake will be complaining from when we get there.
When have I complained ever?
When have you complained ever?
If Fake doesn't have money, Fake will be like, I can't believe why he eating indomie. How do you make your indomie? Is it what you know? What do you mean you put pepper inside? Oh, Jalana. Literally, we'll fight. We'll fight every single day.